If you want to have authority, if you want to have gravitas, it's important to do lots of things, to have the knowledge, the expertise that people expect, to have good body language, and to speak confidently and fluently. But there are things that we all do that leak authority. They give away gravitas. So in this video, I want to share my 3 most important tips to avoid leaking authority and giving up gravitas. Tip number 1 is about space. We all have a bubble around us, and an aura of gravitas strengthens that bubble. But it is oh so easy to weaken that sense of gravitas by allowing your sense of space to diminish. And there's nothing physical we do often. It's just that mentally we turn in on ourselves. On the other hand, what you can do is mentally turn outwards and just expand a little bit. But mentally, expand that bubble of awareness around you till it gets bigger and bigger, till it's 2, 3, 4 times as large. As you occupy space, allow yourself to feel like you're in control of your environment. And that means when you come into a room, feel like you're in control of that room. Don't hug the corners, but step into the room with confidence. When you sit, allow yourself to spread out. And I don't mean crassly take up everybody else's space and expand hugely, but just mentally allow yourself to spread out. And in body language terms, that means moving from a slightly contracted to a slightly expansive body language. And while we're talking about body language itself can give up gravitas. And it's not just that kind of slightly hunched bit, it's when you close yourself in. Now, we know that 80% of communication is through body language, and we also know that most people who deliberately try to interpret body language get it wrong because they use simple rules which just aren't true in most circumstances. However, play to people's perceptions. Have an open body language, an upright body language, a symmetrical body language, and one that feels like you're in control. The way I do this is to think as if there is a puppet string pulling up on my head, allowing my head to sit lightly on my neck and my neck to sit lightly on my shoulders and my shoulders to relax. A more upright, more confident body language also opens out your chest and gives you more control of your breathing. More control of your breathing means you've got more air in your lungs, which means you can speak more slowly and be more in control of your speech. All of this contributes to gravitas, and it all tracks back to simple body language. Tip number 3 is the words that undermine your gravitas. And there are 3 main sorts of word that I think undermine gravitas. And the first one are qualifiers. Maybe, perhaps, sort of. Now, I'm not saying that if you are not certain about something, you shouldn't qualify it. But what we tend to do is qualify things that we are sure of. You don't need to say, I'm sure, if you are. Just state it positively. And certainly don't say maybe if you're certain. Secondly, it's the words that carry no information whatsoever. You know, sort of like those words. I don't know why we use them. I think it's to fill spaces while our brain is thinking. But if you have the confidence to pause and you speak slowly enough to be in control so that you can think ahead to what you're going to say next, then you won't need those words. But once you get rid of those words, there are still going to be little gaps. And there's a huge temptation to fill those gaps with, yes, ums and ers. A small number of them and nobody will notice. They really don't matter that much. It's when you use them too often. Too many ums, too many ers, they make it sound like you don't know what you're going to say. You're struggling for your words and therefore you're not confident in your knowledge. Being confident in the space you're in. Good, upright, open, symmetric body language. And fluency in your speaking, avoiding unnecessary words and unnecessary noises. All of them will strengthen the gravitas that you generate. On the other hand, if you close in and you hunch and you cross your body, you undermine your own gravitas. Mastery level gravitas and authority means being in control. These things take practice, but it's worthwhile investing the time. Please give us a thumbs up if you like this video. There's loads of great management courses content to come, so please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of it. I'll see you in the next video, and in the meantime, keep learning.